This is Chicago's very own WGN News at 9.
Well, they're clapping, but it was a somber, stunned closing for traders at the New York Stock Exchange, and probably for you too. A free fall in the stock market today after an economic bailout plan also goes south on Capitol Hill. The Dow has its biggest point drop in history. We're talking numbers we've never seen before, 700 plus. Good evening to you. I'm Mark Sapelsa.
And I'm Micah Materin for Allison Payne. Today's massive 7% drop on Wall Street was triggered by action, or the lack of it, on Capitol Hill. Grant Rampey has the latest.
Up here really liked the bailout bill. One lawmaker called it a cow patty with a marshmallow on it. Another said may not be popular, but it's necessary. Either way, after today's stunning defeat, it's back to square one.
5. The nays are...
After frantic weekend bargaining,
The motion is not adopted.
10 votes short, the deal goes down in flames, taking the Dow with it.
Right here is the reason I believe why this vote failed.
Republicans quickly pointed fingers at top House Democrat Nancy Pelosi. They say she poisoned the water by taking a last-minute swipe at administration policies.
Anything goes, no supervision, no discipline.
Her side turned around and threw barbs right back at the GOP.
We don't believe they had the votes, and I think they are covering up the embarrassment of not having the votes. But think about this. Somebody hurt my feelings, so I will punish the country. I mean, that's hardly plausible.
We need everybody to calm down and relax and get back to work.
At the White House, disappointment.
We put forth a plan that was big because we got a big problem.
We have significant tools in our toolkit, but they're not sufficient. And so we're going to continue to work with what we have until we get from Congress what we need.
Some Republicans say they remain philosophically opposed to any bailout plan, especially one that leaves taxpayers on the hook to the extent that this one does, even with the guarantees of congressional oversight and limits on CEO pay packages. While the world waits for a deal, Wall Street's bleeding cash.
The failure to put the tourniquet on that wound, which was what this bill basically was, means that the patient is in dire straits and going to get a lot sicker and potentially have to have something amputated or even worse.
Well, time factors to consider here. Lawmakers want to get a deal done by Thursday so they can race home and start campaigning for re-election. But more important, they know every day this drags on, investors face the possibility of enduring yet another market meltdown like today's. Live on Capitol Hill, Grant Rampey, back to you.
All right, Grant, thanks. Well, here in Illinois, most Democrats voted for it, and most Republican congressmen said no. But the yeas and the nays may be split right down the middle. 9 yes and 9 no. 7 Democrats and 2 Republicans voted yes for the bailout. 4 Democrats and 5 Republicans voted no. And 1 Republican did not vote. We talked with 2 congressmen and women from both sides of the aisle who voted no.
I, like a lot of other members from both sides of the aisle, were hearing from our constituents who wanted us to slow down and craft a package that actually protected the taxpayer.
We need new rules that keep this crisis from ever happening again. And big concerns raised by both Democrats and some Republicans that this bill did not go far enough in that direction. It's very important that we get this right the first time.
And we did reach out to those who voted yes, but we were unable to get a response.
So while the Beltway and Wall Street slug it out, what about Main Street? Well,
this truly has a trickle-down effect here at home. And WGN's Julie Unruh is here with that part of the story. Julie?
Micah, one financial analyst we spoke with said she was not surprised Congress in the end bailed on the bailout plan. She also said the Dow, down more than 700 points, is America's way of showing its disapproval with Congress's action or inaction in this case. And she reminds us today's unsteady U.S. market is just the start. The repercussions are also global.
I never believe the politicians, and I always believe the markets.
Terry Savage, financial author and advisor, has made a living off of watching the markets. She says she also believes today's rock-bottom drop in the Dow does not signal the end. And she says the government bailout plan is not the answer to solving our economic problems.
The real solution is to let the market cleanse itself. That involves letting the foreclosures go on, letting the people that shouldn't own homes because they can't afford them lose their homes. That is so politically impossible in America, and neither party will let that happen.
While Congress heads back to the drawing board, the market is already showing signs of cleansing itself. Those banking on credit and lots of it to run their businesses and make payroll are suddenly closing shop. And just today, another familiar Chicago voice is filing for Chapter 11, The Reader. another sign of a struggling business environment. But that's not the case at Chicago's Harry Carey's restaurant. Business there is booming thanks to the Cubs' winning season. So real estate agents are looking to Harry Carey's to pick up some of the restaurants being forced to close.
I'm getting more phone calls in the last 2 weeks about, hey, would I be interested in assuming someone's lease or taking over a property somewhere or expanding into one of their markets than I've ever had probably in the last 5 to 7 years.
To everyone else, Terry Savage says continue to invest despite the dour Dow. And she says your money in an insured bank is still secure, but layoffs are coming. Consumer spending will be down, and there is no telling if that market bounce back is in fact around the bend.
America will get through this. I always say that, but you know why? Because America always does get through it. I'm not sure ever when the bottom is or when the top is, but I still believe in that long-term plan of investing in America.
Now, Savage says another sign of economic trouble today. Credit card companies are calling cardholders, ones in good standing, and telling them that their credit limits have been cut in half. The companies now can't afford the high risk associated with bad loans Americans may be leaning on more and more during these tough times. Micah?
Thank you, Julie. So tell us what you think. Did Congress do the right thing in rejecting the financial bailout? Text yes or no to 97999 or vote online at WGNTV.com. We'll have results after Tom Skilling's Jim Ramsey's 7-day forecast.
We get the bad news out of the way. Now to the good news. Whether rain, shine, pressure, whatever, Tigers, the White Sox, were up to the challenge this afternoon.
This is true. Now they have one last hurdle to clear before they can claim the division championship. That's tomorrow, right?
Yes, it is tomorrow. You know, these are days why we got into broadcasting.
That's exactly right.
I mean, we were going crazy back then. What a perfect day for the White Sox. Everybody knew the drill, too. Beat the Tigers or clean out your lockers. Everybody's regular season was over except for these two teams, and the Sox playoff hopes riding on this one game. Already prolonging the season by a day, the rain pushed them back another 3 hours. 1-1 in the sixth, 2 out. Sox pitcher Gavin Floyd has to hurry here. He bobbled it and then threw it down the right field line in a tie game. The video says it all as Miguel Cabrera scores 2-1 Detroit. But in the bottom of the inning, sacks packed with Sox. First pitch from ex-Sox reliever Gary Glover to Alexei Ramirez, instant legend. The Cuban missile, the fourth grand slam of his rookie season, a major league record. The Sox score 4 there, and they blow it out to live another day, 8-2 over the Tigers, saved by the rookie.
The one thing about Alexei is not scared. He even know what type of game this is for him, or what type of hand we have to play. These kids go out there and perform every day, no matter what you do or what you're saying, and what big a game is. It's going to be the same guy day in and day out.
So the American League Central finishes in a flat-footed tie between the Sox and the Twins, a tie they break tomorrow night on the south side of Chicago in the 163rd game of the 2008 season. The Twins lead the season series with the Sox 10-8, but the Sox are 7-2 at home against Minnesota, and that's where they play tomorrow night, a game that sold out 1 hour after the final pitch this afternoon. So it's already gone, everybody. And the Sox have something special cooked up for the Twins tomorrow. We'll talk to you about that when we come back in sports.
And flip of a coin to get it here, is that what it was?
That's what it was. They always flip those coins just in case, and
love it.
It worked out perfectly this time.
I want to go back to that dome. All right, well, we caught up with some happy fans in the ballpark shortly after rookie sensation Alexei Ramirez hit the grand slam that put the White Sox ahead for good.
Alexei pulled that big homer out. That was really good for all of them. Everyone was going nuts, including me, him, all of us.
But this game is excellent, and tomorrow is a must-win game. They have to win. They have no choice. It's a must.
This is fantastic. The Sox are back. It's our year.
All right after the game ended, the White Sox announced they were releasing tickets for tomorrow's game. You heard what Dan said. It's gone. Fans raced to the box office, got in line to pick up the tickets to watch the Sox take on the Twins for that chance to move on to the American League Division Series.
And guess what? The city's hosting a rally tomorrow for the Cubs in Daley Plaza. The rally starts at noon. Actor Jim Belushi will MC the event. Mayor Daley and Governor Blagojevich will be there as well. Now, if you don't want to be part of that live crowd, you can watch the entire rally right here on WGN TV. We also will be streaming the rally live on WGNTV.com. And some Wrigleyville bar owners will be voluntarily halting alcohol sales after the 7th inning during some Cubs playoff games. Now, the cutoff would only apply to games that could clinch a series. And bars taking part would be able to resume alcohol sales after the 9th inning if the game goes into extra innings. City asked for the cutoff. Officials say it will lessen the chance of disturbances.
Coming up, new developments in the death of a Chicago police officer shot while on duty this weekend.
Plus, Drew Peterson publishes his Alibi, a new book in which he lays out a detailed timeline of his whereabouts the day his wife went missing.
And a soggy day in the Chicago area. Jim Ramsey in for Tom, and how long the rain will stick around. We'll see you soon, Jim.
You're watching WGN News at 9 with Mark Sapelsa, Allison Payne, Tom Skilling, and Dan Room. This is Chicago's very own WGN News at 9.
Alf has landed.
Me? Wow.
He's a cat-eating.
We do not eat members of the family.
Smart-talking alien life form.
Hello.
And he's making his new earthly home on WGN America.
I'm in rerun heaven.
So get ready for an invasion of the furry kind.
It's a furball.
It's an Alphathon with 4 back-to-back episodes. Wednesday night, starting at 8 East, 5 West.
Brilliant.
Is that the famous to-do list?
That's right.
It'll take a while.
What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to lower my cholesterol.
And how long is that going to take?
Oh, 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yeah.
I'm going to be done with this by then.
You are on, baby.
Okay.
Huh. Still not done yet, huh?
Cheerios helped you. I'm on my own out here.
I can see that.
Help lower your cholesterol 4% in just 6 weeks with Cheerios cereal. Cheerios, now's the time.
I've had asthma for 17 years.
I've had asthma for 24 years.
For 5 years. All my life.
Even with my medicine, my symptoms kept coming back.
So I thought this was as good as it gets. Until I found out I could actually help prevent my symptoms.
I could help prevent my symptoms.
Turns out there are 2 main causes of asthma symptoms. Airway constriction I feel, and inflammation I may not. Most medicines don't treat both. So my doctor prescribed Advair.
Advair treats both main causes to help prevent symptoms in the first place.
Advair contains salmeterol. Salmeterol may increase the chance of asthma-related death. So Advair is not for asthma that's well controlled on another controller medicine. Advair will not replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be taken more than twice a day. Talk to your doctor about the risks and benefits of Advair. If you take Advair, see your doctor if your asthma does not improve or gets worse. If you're still having symptoms, ask your doctor how to help prevent them with Advair. Find out how to get your first full prescription free at advair.com.
Here at this modern-day watering hole, this urban Serengeti, it's man meets reptile.
So, Lucy, what are you doing?
Just a little online shopping.
You should check out Geico.com, get a free rate quote. If you like what you see, you can buy it online, over the phone, or at your local Geico office.
Cool.
Remarkable. Oh, no. Help! Did you hear something?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
You're watching Chicago's very own WGN News at 9.
Heavy hearts tonight among the rank and file of the Chicago Police Department. So many coming forward to say how fine a man one of their own was, shot dead in the line of duty over the weekend. The man authorities say pulled the trigger, now charged with murder. WGN's Judy Garcia live at police headquarters with more. Judy?
Mark, tonight, Lamar Cooper is charged with first-degree murder, 3 counts of being an armed habitual criminal and possession of a controlled substance, particularly cocaine. As you can see by the purple bunting behind me at police headquarters here at 35th and Michigan, tonight, Chicago police are mourning the loss of another one of their own.
You wish it never happens. Unfortunately, in law enforcement and police work, these things happen, and you're dealing with people that have no sense of respect for life.
Chicago Police Superintendent Jody Weiss visited the home of fallen officer Nathaniel Taylor Jr., Nate to his friends and neighbors. Early Sunday morning, police say Officer Taylor was working with other gang and narcotics officers to serve a warrant in the 7900 block of South Clyde. The suspect allegedly fired, and Officer Taylor was struck in the forearm, chest, and head, later dying of his injuries at Christ Hospital in Oak Lawn. The suspected shooter, 37-year-old Lamar Cooper, was allegedly wounded by cops' return fire. Cooper remains hospitalized at Stroger, Cook County.
I have a good neighbor.
Tonight, Cooper's neighbors echo his family's disbelief of police contentions that Lamar Cooper was a suspected drug dealer.
Normal household, little kids. His wife hosted a block club meeting. They were very interested in the kids in the neighborhood, a Halloween party.
Neighbors say there have been a number of recent burglaries in the South Shore neighborhood. They wonder if Cooper might have mistaken cops for criminals.
I don't see why the police would try to do a search warrant at 5:30 in the morning when someone's coming home and there have been robberies in the neighborhood. My personal feeling is that he might have thought he was being, especially men not in uniform, that he might have, somebody was trying to rob him.
Throughout the day and night, family, friends, and fellow police officers have come to Officer Nate Taylor's home. Among the visitors, members of Cook County's 100 Club, an organization providing for the immediate financial needs of families of fallen cops and firefighters.
But we are with them, and we will stay with them. We'll be with them for years to come.
In his 14 years as a Chicago police officer, Nate Taylor received some 55 departmental awards. Among those officers visiting his home today, former police superintendent Phil Klein. The Patrolmen's Federal Credit Union has now set up the Nate Taylor Memorial Foundation. Again, the suspect in this case, Lamar Cooper, is facing a first-degree murder charge. Reporting live at police headquarters, Judy Garcia, WGN News.
Judy, thanks. Drew Peterson back on national television today as a guest on the CBS Early Show, promoting a new book called Drew Peterson Exposed. Lays out the detailed timeline of his whereabouts, according to him, last October the 28th, when his fourth wife, Stacy, disappeared. He remains a suspect in the case. The book also provides details of the investigation into the homicide of his third wife, Kathleen Savio, he says, revealing results of polygraph tests that Peterson took related to both cases.
Well, now that this polygraph's come out, I hope everybody sees that I'm innocent of everything that I've been thought of doing.
Peterson's attorney says the book gives his client, quote, a clear voice to declare his innocence. He says Peterson will not make any money off the book.
And coming up, a tainted milk scare in China has now spread to the candy industry.
And how to shed the pounds and keep them off, what researchers say we all need to do.
Tired of your old birth control routine? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every day. And repeat. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every day. Again, maybe it's time to break free from the pack with NuvaRing. NuvaRing is not a daily pill. It's a small, comfortable, once-monthly vaginal ring that delivers a continuous low dose of hormones. It's as effective as the pill, but you don't have to take it every day. NuvaRing is not for everyone. Serious risks include blood clots, stroke, or heart attack. NuvaRing is not for women with a history of these conditions. Some studies suggest that the progestin in NuvaRing may increase the risk for blood clots. Smoking increases cardiovascular risks, especially in women over 35. NuvaRing users should not smoke. NuvaRing also is not for women with certain cancers or those who may be pregnant. It does not protect against HIV and other STDs. So say goodbye to the old song and dance. And hello to NuvaRing. Learn more about NuvaRing right now. Go to NuvaRing.com or ask your doctor. NuvaRing. Break free from the pack.
Got a lot of projects?
Yeah.
We've got what you need.
We're here because we've been there with the tools, products, and advice to get it done right. True Value. Start right. Start here. Visit TrueValue.com/TV for a free $5 coupon. Print your $5 coupon at TrueValue.com/TV.
Fleming & Associates salutes America's veterans. Unfortunately, some veterans, particularly those who served on naval ships or in shipyards, were exposed to asbestos and have developed mesothelioma. Mesothelioma is cancer. If you're a veteran with mesothelioma or the loved one of a deceased veteran who had mesothelioma, you may be eligible for money damages. Call 877-839-MESO. That's 877-839-6376. Or go to veteranmeso.com.
Designed to feed New York's hungry, the City Harvest Truck rescues 57,000 pounds of unused food and distributes it throughout the 5 boroughs every day. But it can't move without your support. Get behind the wheel. Donate at cityharvest.org today.
You're watching Chicago's very own WGN News at 9.
A woman is seriously injured when she's mauled by a dog today on the city's west side.
The woman was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital. That's where WGN's Lourdes Duarte joins us now live. Lourdes?
And in all, 3 people were bitten by the pit bulls. All are expected to be okay. One woman has the worst of the injuries with a severe bite to her arm. She's got cuts and scratches to her face. She's here at Mount Sinai Hospital tonight, listed in serious condition. 3 pit bulls hauled away, taken by animal control after a vicious attack on 3 people. Among them, 62-year-old Hazel McGee, who saw 2 others being attacked and stepped in to help.
Yeah, she was trying to help the man. She grabbed the dog off the man, and the dog turned on her.
Throwing sticks, bottles, trying to get them off. But I guess the more you hit them, the more madder they get. These are pit bulls, full-blooded pit bulls, full-grown pit bulls.
It happened at the 4100 block of West Jackson. Chicago police say it's likely the 3 pit bulls got out through this hole in the fence, but exactly what set them off is unclear.
I don't fight them. All he do is what you see, watch the house. That's it. And I know he was taunting them, man.
And the other 2 people, again, have just minor injuries. They're going to be okay. You heard the dog's owners there say that the animals may have been provoked, but again, no one was around to see exactly what happened. The owner of the dogs was ticketed tonight. Meanwhile, the 3 pit bulls are in animal control's care. They're under quarantine tonight. Reporting live outside Mount Sinai Hospital, Lourdes Duarte, WGN News.
All right, Lourdes, thank you. The health benefits of gum, how it can actually help reduce stress.
And digging up the past, a man risks his life to save a part of World War II history.
Live from WGN TV Chicago, the official drawing of the Illinois Lottery.
Good evening, I'm Jeanette Rivera with your winning lottery numbers for Monday, September 29th, 2008. First game is Pick 3. First winning number is 6. Second number, 1. And a third and final Pick 3 number, 5. That makes your Pick 3 numbers for tonight, 6, 1, 5. Moving on to Pick 4, we have Lotto tonight, that jackpot, $6.25 million. Mega Millions tomorrow night, $32 million. First Pick 4 number, 0. Second number, 9. Third number, 6. And the fourth and final Pick 4 number, 6. That makes your Pick 4 numbers for tonight, 0966. Moving on to Little Lotto, the game you can play 7 nights a week with a roll of a jackpot that starts at $100,000. Tonight's jackpot, $150,000. Good luck. First Little Lotto number, that number is 9. Second number, 38. The third number, 17. Fourth number, that number is 3, and the fifth and final number, 32. So to recap, Little Lotto numbers for tonight, 9, 38, 17, 3, and 32. Moving on to Lotto. Again, tonight's jackpot, $6.25 million. Good luck. First Lotto number, that number is 50. Second number, 46. The third Lotto number, 30. Fourth number, 34. The fifth number, that number is 37. And the sixth and final number, 38. So to recap, Lotto numbers for tonight, 50, 46, 30, 34, 37, and 38. And again, join us tomorrow night for Mega Millions. That jackpot is $32 million. This is Jeanette Rivera. Have a great night.
Tonight's lottery drawing was brought to you by WGN TV and supervised by the accounting firm of Clifton Gunderson.
Medical Watch is sponsored by North Shore University Health Systems.
In tonight's Medical Watch, if it affects the heart, it affects the mind. A new study finds heart patients need an added screening. The American Heart Association recommends regular checks for depression after any heart ailment. Depression is 3 times more common in heart attack patients and those hospitalized with heart issues versus people who have never experienced heart problems. And doctors say by treating the mental issues, that helps the heart as well. Chew on this. Another way to reduce stress and increase attention, gum. A study presented at the International Congress of Behavioral Medicine finds chewing gum relieves anxiety. Gum chewers were more alert than those who didn't chew gum and showed overall improved performance both for multitasking and for athletics. And finally, I've got the number you need to lose weight. The calculation for shedding pounds is simple. 4.5. The Archives of Internal Medicine studied overweight women and found if they exercised 4.5 hours per week, they lost 10% of their body weight and kept it off. Translate that to hours, and you need to perform some sort of rigorous activity 39 minutes per day. And it really doesn't matter what activity it is. Just get the heart. 39 minutes per day. It's a little more than a half hour. Every day. Doesn't matter what it is, get the heart pumping. They went back and followed these women years later, and if they kept up that exercise routine, they kept the weight off, so it works.
All right, I'll try and find 39
Everyone's
minutes.
looking for the magic bullet, okay? This is it.
I was thinking like from 9:20 to 10, if I go take, you finish the newscast.
Hey, I got you covered. Come on, let's go. Let's go for a run down the hallway.
Well, starting to feel a lot like fall has arrived, hasn't it? Jim tells us about the dip in the mercury, even more coming up in our forecast.
You're watching the Time Channel, and looks like we got a caller. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Jimmy. What time is it?
It's 11:21.
Thanks. Love the show.
Sure thing. Let's go to line 2, see what's on your mind. Hello, Time Channel.
Hi, I'm sorry the last guy kind of stole my thunder. You already answered my question.
Oh, you mean about the time.
A short time ago, this woman was limited by her mobility. A month ago, this man wasn't even able to get around his house. These are people who chose mobility, and they chose the scooter store. If you're living with limited mobility, call the scooter store today. I guarantee no other company will work harder to make you mobile. If we pre-qualify you for a new scooter or power chair, and Medicare denies your claim, the scooter store allows you to keep your scooter or power chair at no cost. That's the scooter store guarantee.
I expected they'd help me file some paperwork with Medicare and my insurance. I never expected them to be so nice or to work so hard to get me a power chair at no cost to me.
You don't qualify for Medicare? No problem. We'll work with your insurance company, even help with financing. If there's a way, we'll find it.
Call the scooter store for free information today.
Call 1-800-311-3513 for free information. That number again is 1-800-311-3513.
We all have internal plumbing, but for some of us, it can be a problem. You know, frequent, sudden bladder urges. You worry your pipes might leak, so it's hard to always do things spur of the moment. If you've had enough, talk to your doctor about taking care with Vesicare. Vesicare once a day can help control your bladder muscles so it can help reduce urges and leaks day and night. If you have certain stomach problems, glaucoma, or trouble emptying your bladder, do not take Vesicare. Tell your doctor right away if you have a serious allergic reaction, severe abdominal pain, or become constipated for 3 or more days. Vesicare may cause blurred vision, so take care while driving or doing unsafe tasks. Common side effects are dry mouth, constipation, and indigestion. Fewer urges and leaks. The chance to be more spontaneous. Vesicare can make a difference. Ask your doctor today about taking care with Vesicare.
Guess it's safe to say that fall has arrived.
Well, a cold front did come through the area. It did bring with it a couple of hours of rainfall for the Chicago area. And, of course, delayed the White Sox game about 3 hours.
As we watched, yes.
As we watched.
But it was worth it.
But there's more cold air coming in. It's actually very chilly. International Falls, Minnesota has a temperature right now of 51 degrees. And that cold air mass is going to be drifting into the Chicago area over the next 3 days. So we're not looking at much improvement in our weather for a while, except we do not expect the type of rain production we saw today, as we have captured on our time-lapse cameras. Notice how gray and ugly the sky over the Chicago area was. Officially, O'Hare picked up 0.82 of an inch of rainfall, almost a full inch. Temperatures, well, take a look at this number. In Chicago at this moment, our temperature presently, well, it's chilly, just 59 degrees across the area. The suburbs reporting similar readings, with temperatures expected probably not to get too much colder, staying in the low to mid-50s throughout the day. As for the wind situation, winds coming out of the northwest, but not very strong. In fact, we've already seen some reports of fog development in some of the far western suburbs. It is possible that tonight some patchy ground fog may develop. Now, this greenish area on our temperature map, these are highs, by the way, today, represents some very chilly air. And there's that International Falls, actually high temperature today. And if you can believe it, that air mass is sliding south, and we expect to be in the 50s. Meanwhile, the jet stream pattern shows you the trouble. That little channel right there is bringing air from central Canada right across the Midwest. And as a consequence, because it's cold up there, it's going to be cold down here. So keep a jacket handy. Meanwhile, nothing happening in the East Coast, at least as far as weather watches, but I wanted to show you this map because way over here in parts of Kansas and Nebraska, they're under a frost advisory, where temperatures tonight are expected in the mid-30s. Here's that system that pushed through Chicago today, bringing the rainfall. We'll revisit it for just a moment. Big thunderstorms at times in parts of central Illinois. The system tended to fall apart, though, as it moved into the Chicago area. But there was enough moisture with that system that it very slowly tracked across the city, say between 11 o'clock this morning and about 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. Another look at it there. Meanwhile, present radar not showing much action here, but a little showery on the other side of Lake Michigan. There's also, as you see, a little cloudiness down off Florida, but we're going to change the perspective and show you a subtropical system just coming into view in the Atlantic. It's Laura. It's 60-mile-per-hour wind speeds. It's tracking to the north and is expected to make a U-turn, go back toward Ireland, of all places, so it won't be affecting the U.S. mainland. Now, Chicago area forecast. First of all, for tonight in the region, look for mostly cloudy skies and a low temperature between 52 and 57 degrees. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy, not a beautiful day by any stretch, but temperatures mostly in the 50s, 55 to 60 degrees expected. Those northwesterly winds will persist at about 10 to 15. Tomorrow night, we'll see temperatures in the low 40s in some areas. Northwest winds, again, about 10 to 15, a little gusty at times. Wednesday, daytime highs 53 to 57 with northwesterly breezes. We've been modifying the 7-day forecast for several days now. It still looks like we're probably going to see at least one night where temperatures around here fall into 30s. And we'll talk about that coming up in the 7-day in about 10 minutes.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Guest Mayor Daley put aside his White Sox partisanship and allowed the most famous face in the plaza with his family name to don the Cubs cap tonight. A team from Chicago Scenic Studios placed a giant hat on the Picasso sculpture in Daley Plaza this evening, just in time for tomorrow's big rally in the plaza, celebrating the Cubs' Central Division title in their quest for that elusive World Series appearance and championship.
Fingers crossed. Well, still to come, preserving World War II history. The amazing lengths one man went through to locate the remains of some lost soldiers.
Has landed.
Me? Wow.
He's a cat-eating.
We do not eat members of the family.
Smart-talking alien life form.
Hello.
And he's making his new earthly home on WGN America.
I'm in rerun heaven.
So get ready for an invasion of the furry kind.
It's a furball.
It's an Alphathon with 4 back-to-back episodes. Wednesday night, starting at 8 East, 5 West.
Brilliant.
An important message from the law offices of Jeffrey D. Slachter. The FDA has issued a public health safety warning regarding the use of the fentanyl pain patch. A leak or other malfunction in this pain patch can cause life-threatening side effects, including overdose resulting in death. If you have questions about how a loved one used a fentanyl pain patch and died from an overdose, the law offices of Jeffrey D. Slachter can help. For more information, call the law offices of Jeffrey D. Slachter toll-free at 1-866-960-5000.
A little bit about Windows Mojave, which is actually the newest version of Windows.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see how it works.
Wow. Sick. Yeah.
That's great. So, that's great.
I'm impressed.
Man, it's awesome.
What do you think of this new operating system?
Really cool.
Now I have something to tell you. Windows Mojave is really Windows Vista.
Really? This is Windows Vista.
I like it.
I guess it's always about using it, right?
See what they saw. Visit MojaveExperiment.com and decide for yourself.
I have COPD, which makes it hard to breathe. But now that I'm breathing better with Advair, I can spend a day with my favorite little camper.
For people with COPD, including chronic bronchitis, emphysema, or both, great news. Advair helps significantly improve lung function. While nothing can reverse COPD, Advair is different from other medications because it's the only product with an anti-inflammatory and a long-acting bronchodilator working together to help you breathe better. Advair won't replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be used more than twice a day. People with COPD taking Advair may have a higher chance of pneumonia. Advair may increase your risk of osteoporosis and some eye problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking Advair.
I love coming here, Grandma.
Me too. Ask your doctor how Advair helps improve lung function for better breathing.
Find out how to get your first full prescription free at advaircopd.com.
A Chicago native is risking his life to locate the remains of as many as 1,500 pilots and crew members who disappeared during a dangerous mission in World War II.
Yeah, and as WGN's Larry Potash tells us, this adventure helps solve a mystery for veterans' families that has lasted more than 60 years.
Flying Tigers, the famous American volunteer group.
While America's Flying Tigers battled the Japanese in World War II, other airmen faced a dangerous mission of their own, flying fuel and supplies over the Himalayan mountains, the highest mountain peaks in the world stretching from India to China. They called this supply route the Hump. Because of severe weather conditions and primitive aviation technology, the Hump became a graveyard for more than 500 planes and their crews during World War II.
Well, I was scared all the time.
Warren Thornley of Fox Lake is one of those few who flew over the Hump and lived to tell about it. Many considered it a suicide mission.
People went out in the morning and didn't come back at night. You're flying this route for the hell of it. They're trying to get over there with it.
It was a perilous path for American airmen like Lieutenant Charles Ginn, who grew up near Frankfort, Indiana, and whose father lived in Will County, Illinois. Ginn was the engineer on the plane nicknamed Hot as Hell. It dropped out of the sky sometime in January of 1944, leaving his family wondering about his fate.
My great-grandparents were, very troubled by the whole disappearance. I do know that my great-grandmother, who passed away in the mid-60s, still believed that he was still alive and that he would eventually return.
He never did. No one ever looked for the more than 1,000 pilots and airmen lost in these mountains. But Clayton Cools was up to the challenge. Cools was simply hiking on vacation in Burma in 2001 when a guide told Cools that he had seen the wreckage of American planes.
It's just an incredible project that needs to be undertaken. It's just, I can't believe no one's ever done it already. How can you do that if you know that there's human remains there? There's families who've been wanting to know what's happened for 60-some years. How can you just simply walk away?
Cools couldn't walk away. He hired a team of guides and hiked for 2 weeks in the mountains of Burma, navigating makeshift bridges, balancing on wet stones near waterfalls, climbing steep snowy hillsides, and battling cobras and leeches in the jungle.
And all of a sudden, I'm finding these old bits of metal, and I thought, wow, this is very old. And it had U.S. insignias on there and whatnot, so I knew it was related to military hardware of some type. So I knew we were getting close, and it was so incredibly remote. There would be no way you would stumble on it.
December 7th, 2006, the 65th anniversary of Pearl Harbor, Cools discovered hot as hell the plane of Lieutenant Ginn. Ginn is one of 44 airmen that Cools has found. A boot, a serial number, pieces of evidence that help give closure to relatives of airmen like Lieutenant Ginn.
And obviously, he's given my family that. The really unfortunate part is virtually everyone has died that was, involved at the time.
Using his own resources, Clayton Cools has found 14 planes and identified 8 as American. Cools grew up in Chicago and went to Lane Tech High School in the early 70s. Now, as an independent businessman living in Arizona, he's free to take a month or two for an expedition, but they're costly. Guides, permits, it could cost $15,000 for a one-month expedition, a cost he can only meet with the help of donations.
I enjoy doing it so much. If I can scrape together funding for an expedition, I'll go do another one and keep doing it as long as I can.
Twisted metal and war mementos are scattered through the panorama of this majestic mountain range, along with the shattered dreams of young men who never came home. Clayton Cools just left for another expedition to fulfill the final pages of their war stories and end the mystery for loved ones about these missing heroes. Larry Potash, WGN News.
And the agency that searches for MIAs, JPAC, says it's been focused on Vietnam all these years, and they're just turning attention on the World War II vets missing in these mountains. JPAC will begin its first mission to the hump next month.
You can see more of Clayton Cools' expeditions at miarecoveries.org or go to our website, WGNTV.com/web links, and we'll link you right to it.
Well, coming up, Bruce Springsteen prepares to rock the house at halftime. Details of his upcoming Super Bowl performance.
And lost in all the talk about playoff baseball, the Bears make a big stand against one of the NFC's best. That story later in sports.
Remember when TV was good, decent, and wholesome? Remember when sitcoms had integrity? And a good moral message?
Wow! Look what I'm doing with teenage boys!
We're bringing it all back.
Oh, I am so glad.
You don't have to be classy.
I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. That's my other brother Daryl.
To be classic. Sunday night is Out of Sight Retro Night on WGN America. Keep your eyes here.
Sometimes it's hard to tell people their clothes look bad. Did the sweater stretch, or is it a mini dress? Maybe not that hard. Now I've learned to keep my clothes looking like new. I wash with Woolite for all fabrics.
Woolite won't cause stretching, and it keeps fibers strong. Don't take a chance. Trust Woolite.
Have you heard about Miralax? It's a different kind of laxative that's kind to your body. Miralax relieves constipation with no bloating.
No cramping.
And now, no prescription. Restore your body's natural rhythm with Miralax.
Welcome aboard, folks. We'd like to thank you for not flying today and choosing to jet with JetBlue.
Introducing triple chocolate M&M's Premiums. Dark milk and white chocolate. A premium combination that's positively heavenly. New M&M's Premiums. Are we good?
Yeah, yeah.
New M&M's Premiums in 5 glamorous flavors.
What began as mere panic has now turned into a shortage rivaling the gas crisis of the 70s. With Gulf refineries still not at 100% production after Hurricanes Gustav and Ike, the gas supply is much lower than the demand. Stations in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, and the Carolinas are running out of gas within 3 or 4 hours of delivery. Well, some gas stations are considering rationing their supply, which hasn't been done since the 70s.
Well, Illinois' public health officials are warning restaurants and institutions not to buy iceberg lettuce that's linked to more than 30 E. coli cases in the state. The tainted lettuce, distributed by Michigan-based Aunt Mid's, produce company, I should say. The product is a large commercial bag type that are sold to restaurants and other food service companies. Officials don't believe grocery stores received any of this tainted lettuce from Michigan. Another major chocolate recall in China. The British candy maker Cadbury is recalling both smaller and bulk packs of the dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and cookies chocolate. All of them made in China, distributed in Hong Kong. The chemical melamine was found in powdered milk formula and has been traced to dozens of other products. Cadbury says its recall is a precautionary step affecting 11 products made at the company's plant.
We mentioned this earlier in Giuliano's report. The publisher of the Chicago Reader, as well as several other alternative weeklies, filed for bankruptcy today. Florida-based Creative Loafing bought the Chicago Reader in July 2007. The publisher reported estimated assets between $10 million and $50 million, with liabilities reported at the same amount. It's bolder, more colorful, and easier to read and navigate. The Chicago Tribune newspaper introduced its new design to readers today. The main section has expanded to include comprehensive local and business news. The paper has added a part called The Talk, which covers the hot topics of the day. And the paper's also dropped the section Tempo and replaced it with Live, which will focus on entertainment news.
Our employees are excited. They do believe it's a whole new day, and they think the best is yet to come from our organization. And if we do that and we rally everyone, there's no doubt we'll sell more newspapers and create more ad revenue, and that's what we're here to do, is create the sustainability for our organization.
And the changes were made based on customer input.
Also, Tom Skilling and the Jim Ramsey weather team are still on the back of one of the pages there of the Tribune, and he's in our weather center now with our 7-day look.
Hey, Jim.
Well, hi there. We've got a very cool forecast coming, but first I want to show you how cold it is in the neighborhood. Take a look at these numbers across the Midwest. You can see it's 59 in Chicago, but as you move up toward northern Minnesota, Bemidji 45, Fargo, North Dakota 43, 48 up in Duluth. That cold air is sliding south, and we're confident that it will make its way into the Chicago area, along with some more clouds. In fact, this satellite picture shows we're not going to see much sun for several days around the area. Meanwhile, 7-day forecast. Look at the 50s. 58 for Tuesday, down to 54 for Friday, and probably early in the morning on Friday, we'll experience the 38-degree temperature you see there. There's also a chance maybe of some patchy frost across some of the suburban areas. We'll follow that possibility. And over the weekend, slight recovery back into the mid-60s or so before chilling down once again on Monday. Chances for storms, good chance for both Sunday and Monday across the area.
All right, Jim. Thank you. Our WGN poll question was, did Congress do the right thing in rejecting the financial bailout today? 74% of you say yes. 26% say no. Thanks for voting.
Kanye West is off the hook for a scuffle with paparazzi earlier this month, at least for now. Prosecutors say they will not pursue felony charges against Kanye West for his attack on photographers in LA's International Airport a few weeks ago. During that scuffle, he allegedly smashed one of the photographer's cameras on the floor. West could still face misdemeanor charges for that assault.
One of Micah's favorites of all time, The Boss and his band will rock the house at Super Bowl 43. Bruce Springsteen and the... What? What are you saying, Micah? And the E Street Band will headline the Super Bowl halftime show. They're the latest in a string of stars to take the stage at the big game, including the Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney, U2, and Prince. Did we mention Janet Jackson? A lot different than in the early days of the Super Bowl when halftime entertainment featured marching bands and drill teams. The Super Bowl will be played on February 1st at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa.
Go Boss!
Yes.
Sports is next. With their backs against the wall again, the White Sox get another big performance from a starting pitcher.
I'll lend you a few of my albums. As the Bulls get ready to open camp, GM John Paxson sporting a new stash there, looks like. And Ben Gordon still talking contract. Dan Roan next with sports.
Join the Night Watchman as he secures the fortress in an ongoing quest to keep it safe from mediocre television. Travel deep down to the movie underground to screen another movie mind fresh from the vaults. Friday, we're having visions of death and destruction in the supernatural thriller Final Destination.
This place is explode!
Enter the movie underground Friday night at 80s 5 West right here on WGN America.
I mean, I did lose some weight. I get really hungry in the afternoon.
And that is when I crave strawberry shortcake.
Oh, I want some right now. No. Key lime pie.
Boston cream pie.
Ooh, have
Boston cream pie? Ladies, please don't.
Richard, no.
No, listen. You need to exercise. Richard, you need to know your worth. Farewell to fat. Yes!
Yoplait Light. With 28 delicious flavors at 100 calories, it only sounds fattening.
Keep it up, girls. Believe in you. I believe in you.
I've had asthma for 17 years.
I've had asthma for 24 years.
For 5 years.
All my life.
Even with my medicine, my symptoms kept coming back.
So I thought this was as good as it gets.
Until I found out I could actually help prevent my symptoms.
I could help prevent my symptoms.
Turns out there are two main causes of asthma symptoms. Airway constriction I feel, and inflammation I may not. Most medicines don't treat both. So my doctor prescribed Advair.
Advair treats both main causes to help prevent symptoms in the first place.
Advair contains salmeterol. Salmeterol may increase the chance of asthma-related death. So Advair is not for asthma that's well controlled on another controller medicine. Advair will not replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be taken more than twice a day. Talk to your doctor about the risks and benefits of Advair. If you take Advair, see your doctor if your asthma does not improve or gets worse. If you're still having symptoms, ask your doctor how to help prevent them with Advair. Find out how to get your first full prescription free at advair.com.
Wouldn't it be nice if everything in life came with a worry-free guarantee? Well, at Rent-A-Center, everything does. With our worry-free guarantee, we'll match any competitor's price. No credit hassles, delivery, setup, and service included. Love it or your money back. Rent-A-Center, we make it easy to make it your own.
On a budget but still want choices? We hear you. That's why we created Rent-A-Center Super Values, like this Toshiba 26-inch LCD TV, just $17.99 a week. Or this beautiful Ashley living room, just $19.99 a week. Get your Rent-A-Center Super Values today.
All right, buddy, let the playoffs begin.
That's right, starting tomorrow. Actually, it's game 163 in the regular season, what they call it. Anyway, we told you they sold all the tickets within an hour after the game.
Right. I believe.
And the Sox are encouraging everybody to wear black to the game. They want it to be a blackout. And they were passing around a few shirts here, Sox Pride blackout. Don't have to wear this, but wear something black. And they were passing out 40,000 towels, too, tomorrow.
Kind of the opposite of the Penn State look.
Yeah, quite the opposite. And I'll tell you what, if momentum means anything, the Sox ought to be in pretty good shape when they play tomorrow. The 5-game losing streak that put them in this predicament is ancient history in the wake of a history-making moment on the South Side today. Sox and Tigers, home team had to win this makeup game to catch the Twins in the Central. 3 hours of rain first and then the baseball. 1-1 in the 6th. Sox starter Gavin Floyd with 2 out, a tapper in front, juggled it and threw it down the right field line. Oh no, Miguel Cabrera scores, Tigers get the lead. But in the bottom half, bags packed for the kid shortstop, Alexi Ramirez, a moment Sox fans will never forget.
A ball hit deep to left field, way back, Tibbs looks up, you can put it on the board, yes! A grand slam homer for Alexi Ramirez.
The Hawk blew his pipes out today on the South Side. The 4th grand slam in the rookie season of Alexi Ramirez. That is a major league record. He could not possibly have done this at a better time. 6-2 Sox there. They win it 8-2. They've got the Twins tomorrow night with a trip to the playoffs at stake. And Rich King was out there to take it all in this afternoon, standing by live at the cell with the aftermath. Rich.
Dan, a long but a happy day here on the South Side. You know, somewhere Ken Williams is smiling tonight. He and his scouting staff did a great job of bringing in Alexi Ramirez from Cuba and is paying huge dividends. Before the big at-bat, though, against Gary Glover in that grand slam, Alexi had a brief conversation with the skipper, Ozzie Guillen.
It's funny because I called him right before I went to hit, and I said, you know, to relax at the plate. And don't try to do much. All the son said, don't worry about it, we're going to get it. Well,
and he did.
He's done that for us all year, though. You know, he's been great. Obviously, with the base loaded with the 4 Grand Slams, but he's been great in every situation we put him in. He's really stepped up and handled the challenge. And for me, he's my Rookie of the Year as far as, you know, obviously the other guy, Longoria, I haven't seen, but, you know, for what Alexi did coming over from Cuba, not speaking the language, not knowing the culture, to come in and step into what he's did, and to keep this team in a pennant race, he deserves a lot of credit.
It was Cleveland, it was Detroit. Those are the teams that were supposed to be here. And so, but we're not going to, you know, be satisfied that we've brought it this far through 162 games. We want to win and we want to get to the playoffs.
And Dan, the White Sox now 12 Grand Slams, a team record. Tomorrow, Nick Blackburn for the Twins against John Danks for the White Sox. I like the White Sox matchup in that one. Blackburn, not the best the Twins have to offer. Back to you.
Thanks, John Danks, due for a good one. We hope he gets it tomorrow at the Cell. Meantime, the Blackhawks and veteran goaltender Nikolai Khabibulin are parting company. Hawks put him on waivers this afternoon. A lot of injuries over the past 3 seasons. And with free agent Cristobal Huet signed this summer, the Bulin Wall becomes expendable in the eyes of Hawks management. Andres Nocioni with a fresh look for the new Bull season. It was media day at the Berto Center, and yes, Ben Gordon was getting his picture taken too, although he'd like to Photoshop a new jersey onto it. Ben says he won't practice tomorrow, still trying to force a trade. He may or may not get his wish.
All I can do is continue to be professional, and that's why I'm here today. That's why I'll be with my teammates tomorrow and practice, even if I'm not going to practice. And, you know, the people who really understand, you know, they'll see what kind of person I am.
One way or another, it's pretty obvious that Ben's going to be a part of our team this year. And like I've said the last few days, we've got to find a way to make that work. And both sides, myself, Vinny, and the players, and Ben himself, we've got to find a way to make it work.
And the Bears, how about that last night? Kyle Orton rips the Eagles for 3 touchdown passes in the first half. Marty Booker caught that one. Kyle wasn't so hot in the second half, but his defense helped bail him out. A terrific goal line stand with the game on the line as the Bears even up their record 4 games in. 24-20 winners over the Eagles.
We're 2-2. We let some two games go away, but this last win against an NFC opponent, a very good quarterback in Donovan McNabb, is a confidence booster. And then that goal line stance alone for the defense, if you want to break it down even smaller, for the defense, that goal line stance will go a long way.
The Hawks lose their preseason game at Columbus tonight. The Cubs rally tomorrow, high noon at Daly Plaza. And then the White Sox, Bears win. Are we having any fun around here?
I'm telling you, we're
Man,
jamming.
this is fantastic.
Let the games begin. All right, Dan, thanks. A special program note for our Chicago area viewers due to the long rain delay of the White Sox game today. Tonight's originally scheduled episode of One Tree Hill will air in its entirety tonight at 10:30. That's our news. Thanks for watching.
Good night.
Attention, all Medicare beneficiaries who need assistance getting around their homes. There is a Medicare benefit that may qualify you for a new power chair or scooter at little to no cost to you. Stay tuned for this important Medicare benefit information and free scooter guarantee. Imagine one scooter or power chair that could improve your mobility and your life. One Medicare benefit that, with private insurance, may entitle you to pay little to nothing to own it. One company that can make it all happen.
Great news. Your power chair will be paid in full.
The Scooter Store. Why should you call the Scooter Store today? Because their mobility experts are also Medicare experts. And that means the Scooter Store is your best shot at qualifying for a scooter that costs you little to nothing.
Hi, I'm Dan Weston. At the Scooter Store, more than 91% of our Medicare customers pay little to nothing out of pocket. How do we do it? We know what it takes to get you your scooter or power chair. It's our strength, it's our mission, and we back it up with this free scooter guarantee. If we pre-qualify you for Medicare reimbursement and Medicare denies your claim, we'll give you your new power chair or scooter absolutely free.
I paid into Medicare all my life, and when I needed it, the benefit was there for me. The Scooter Store made it so easy.
I didn't pay a penny out of pocket for my power chair. Medicare and my insurance covered it all.
The Scooter Store got me back out into the world again, and they're some of the nicest people you'll ever talk to.
There is a Medicare benefit that may qualify you for a new power chair or scooter at little to no cost to you.
Call the Scooter Store for free information today.
Improve your mobility and your life.
Call 1-866-816-2388 for your free, no obligation information from the Scooter Store. Find out if you pre-qualify for Medicare and insurance payment on a brand new power chair or scooter. That number again is 1-866-816-2388.
Chappelle Show, Friday night at midnight East, 9 West. On WGN America. Keep your eyes here.
Okay, you've been avoiding Dr. Cox ever since Jordan told you her baby was actually his. But this chance meeting is a sign. It's time to let go of the secret. You just need to find a smooth way in. Hey, Dr. Cox, taking a whiz?
We've been over this before, newbie. Eyes front, no talking.
Okay, fine. I'll just read the wall. JD has a tiny pickle?
Kudos for honesty there, newbie, but again, no talking.
Dr. Cox, I have to tell you something.
Oh, Perry, you peace standing up at work. That is so cute. Would you come on? We're on a very tight schedule.
You know, Jordan, with all the baby weight you haven't lost yet, I just went ahead and assumed you'd be used to tight things by now.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, well, hello, sailor.
Ahoy.
Oh, my goodness, Nobi. Are you so uncomfortable with Jordan here that you've in fact stopped peeing midstream?
I may have. I wonder why Dr. Cox and Jordan got divorced. I mean, they act like they hate each other, but I think that's just for show.
Yeah, whatever. Are you gonna stretch before you play basketball or what?
Turk likes to blow off steam by playing basketball before surgery. I always get my ass kicked, but not today.
And that's gay.
How the hell did we lose? We have Chet!
Sorry, man.
Chet, you suck! You know what? Some stereotypes are true, Turk, okay? And just maybe black people are a little better at basketball. What do you say?
Maybe a little.
Y'all got hockey.
I can't do this all on my own. No, I know I'm no Superman. I'm no Superman.
Notice how digital's made pretty much everything better, especially television. Digital TV's got better picture, better sound, more channels. In fact, digital's so much better that by law, all broadcast TV has to be digital by 2009. But there's a catch. Some TVs need an upgrade to get digital. You could even lose your signal. Get the facts. Visit dtvanswers.com to learn about television switch to digital. Or call this number to see how you can stay connected.
Dairy Queen has crispy all-white meat chicken strips, golden fries, Texas toast, and country gravy for just $3.99? I gotta get down to DQ. Right after I go to the dentist. The chicken strip basket at DQ, just $3.99.
Tired of morning coming in the middle of the night? Ask your prescriber about 2-layer Ambien CR. The first layer dissolves quickly to help you fall asleep, and unlike other sleep aids, a second dissolves slowly to help you stay asleep. Until you know how Ambien CR will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Plan to devote 7 to 8 hours to sleep before being active. Sleepwalking and eating or driving while not fully awake with amnesia for the event have been reported. In rare cases, severe allergic reactions can occur. If you experience any of these behaviors or reactions, contact your doctor immediately. Side effects may include next-day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. It's non-narcotic and can be taken for as long as your prescriber recommends. Like most sleep aids, it has some risk of dependency. Don't take it with alcohol. To wake up ready for your day, ask your prescriber for